Boom shakalaka, a lot of speculation for a Bitcoin top. And check out what this chart means for altcoins. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of speculation towards a Bitcoin top, what that means and what this chart means for altcoins and some in particular. Before we get into it, like the video, join us on Twitter at @CryptoLove, and of course subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel. Also today, the 7th annual Web3 Influencer Awards served as an official side event for the Rare Evo conference in Las Vegas on Friday, August 8th. Those of you may know, I was actually an Influencer Award winner back in 2018, before influencers were even a thing. Maybe I'll win an award. I mean, I've been nominated. Maybe I'll win an award for longest channel that hasn't really done anything spectacular, doesn't have teams writing the scripts and teleprompters and, you know, other people writing their jokes. Just the same bland jokes that aren't funny. Maybe they have an award for that. Maybe I'll win that award. But if we take a look today, the overall market greed at 74, up from the yellow greed to the green greed of today. The overall market up 3%, Bitcoin at 116,632, Ethereum at 38.97, and XRP at 333. Look at that, a magic number. Now, Bitcoin finding perfect support, almost perfect retest for this inverse head and shoulders, which would put price towards roughly $160,000, bouncing off of the yellow line, the 50-day moving average right there. And as that's happening, a lot of speculation as to when the top is coming in, when it is happening. Now, Bitcoin's bottom to halving time equals the halving to top time. The previous bottom was 75 weeks before the halving, and guess what? 75 weeks after is September 29th, a mere less than 2 months away. You can see this thing worked pretty well back in 2020, in 2016, and in 2012. Also, if we take a look here, if Bitcoin follows the 2017 cycle, which would be right here, we would have topping in late October. If it follows the 2021 cycle, right here in blue, then it would be topping in late November. Well, based on those, we would see a top towards the end of the year. But I made a video just a few short days ago that if that were to happen, something drastic, we would have to have an insane parabolic rise. Because based on the Pi cycle top indicator, which has never been wrong, we are behind my head right here, so you can't really see it, but you can go to checkonchain.com and check out this chart for yourself. But we are roughly at this 0.69. Hey, lucky number again, 0.69 area. Now, this was around the same area we were in October of 2020, the same area that we were in December of 2015, and the same area that we were in July of 2012. Now, the shortest time was here in 2020, where it was 6 months to the peak. The longest time was 17 months to the peak, averaging out roughly around 11 months. So that would put the peak somewhere around June or July of next year, not nearly in this year. And that coordinates perfectly with the 18-year real estate cycle, which says the top would be 2026. Also, if we take a look at the old farmer chart, it says another top, 2026. So we might be in for a very big top before the biggest crash we've ever seen in our entire life. Here's another chart saying that the bull run starts in 5 days. Bitcoin cycles always last 1,200 days, and the next week the market will pump tenfold. You can see roughly 1,200 days from the bottom, and now's the perfect time. Could be about to go parabolic. Let's hope so, and let's hope that the Bitcoin bounce that we saw will hold, because roughly 120,000 Bitcoin were acquired during the rebound from $112,000 to $114,000. Evidence of opportunistic buying, yet the supply in the $110,000 to $116,000 range right here, this air gap remains sparse, meaning that stronger accumulation is needed to form lasting support, at least in that area. El Salvador announcing they will launch a Bitcoin bank. How cool will that be to see? I can't wait to see that. Man, the world is changing compared with like 8 years ago. Nobody even cared about Bitcoin back then. Now a Bitcoin bank. And while people are talking about a top, it seems to me a little bit more likely that we haven't seen anything yet, because if the cycle is over, this would probably be the most like yawn-worthy cycle we've seen ever. If we take a look at the Mayer Multiple Z-score, it's ice cold, currently at its mean value right here. Historically, it's been higher than today about 48% of the time. Somebody told me Bitcoin was getting overextended. show them this chart, and then go for a walk, because guess what? This is long before Bitcoin tops occur. Also, if we take a look at this chart right here, Bitcoin $115,000 is still registering as support on the relative DPO zones in this green support area, which has been support, at least post-top in these times previously. No moves to the local high zone, no moves to the cycle top either this entire cycle, which means there's a lot left to come for Bitcoin. But there's big moves happening for altcoins right now. The altcoin inflow to Binance jumped to 18 months high. You can see this peak right here. It seems like alt season may be on the verge of something happens. The altcoin deposits to Binance have climbed sharply, with the 7-day transaction count now above 45,000, the highest level since late 2024. Is it just profit taking, or is there something about to happen? If we take a look at the total market cap, this is altcoins total too, you can see that with these two pumps and finding support, that generally happens before things take off, suggesting that maybe with these two pumps before things take off, we might be on the verge of a massive alt season. Some coins like Dogecoin trading within historically strong buy zones, which has repeatedly triggered major bull runs in past cycles. Could this time be different? We don't exactly know, but things might be about to get very exciting. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, check out our shorts, and I will catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom. Shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.